Hello SEO for Startups and welcome to this week's video. We're going to do another Ask Me Anything video. So we put a post out yesterday or the day before asking for you guys questions. We've had 9 that come back, right?
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, quite a few. Good. So yeah, we're gonna try and do them all. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
No more than a minute per answer. Done in 10 minutes. Everyone's happy.
We're going to attempt it.
We're going to do it. We never do, but we're definitely going to do it this week.
I'd keep a lookout on the group as well, because if we are going to do an AMA video, we will a couple of days before. We always do our videos on a Friday, so Wednesday onwards we will pop a post in the group just to see if anyone's got any questions or anything. So feel free to comment. Also, if you missed it, drop some comments in below this video, and we'll just tag them onto the next AMA.
Yep.
Awesome.
Cool.
So,
sounds good. Do you want to ask the first question?
Yep. So first question is from Vandella. Hi, I have an e-commerce site based on WooCommerce. Can adding links site-wide just before the footer as a way of interlinking be harmful to the site? These will be links to products and categories with exact anchor text.
So you need to be careful here. It used to be an old-fashioned SEO tactic that in the footer of the website or towards the bottom of the website, you just have loads and loads of links to all of your pages with your kind of exact match anchor text. And Google saw that as over-optimization, and you wouldn't rank as high, basically. It kind of flagged something in Google. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't do it from an SEO point of view for too many. You need to be careful on how many you do. I'd think about it really just from a UX point of view. If you're going to add them from a UX point of view, you're only going to add a few that provide real value to your users. Maybe the top categories, the top products. You know, link those ones there. That's great. You know, as they scroll down, you can link to those main pages you want to go to. And from a UX point of view, you'd never add too many because it wouldn't improve the user experience.
Yeah.
So think about it from a UX point of view. If you want to add them, that's fine, but just add enough that look natural and provide value to the user.
Yeah, agreed.
Cool. All right, that's quick. Good. So the next question was from Tom. So I have a domain which ranks really well for certain keywords, like web design Wiltshire, web design Trowbridge, so different areas with web design the keyword.
Yeah.
But it's a one-page website. What impact do you think having a new website with more pages will have on its existing rank?
So essentially, it does depend on the use case. So if web design is the only keyword that Tom's going to go for, and he's only looking for a couple of areas, you're going to be able to optimize just a single page website just as well as you are multiple pages. And the thing is as well is if you're just optimizing for them keywords in them areas, does having a website with a large number of pages then actually have you got enough to kind of talk about on them if web design is your own service? Yeah. Exactly. So actually in this use case, if it is just that one keyword and then 2 areas, a one-page website would be fine. Adding a new website with loads of new pages and stuff is not really going to hinder, but I don't see what benefit you're going to get from doing it.
Yeah.
Jazz also commented essentially in saying having the question in reverse and why one-page websites, people see them doing so well. Again, it's on a use case basis. If you've just got a single product, you see them quite a lot with app pages and stuff like that. If you're only optimizing for one keyword, there's no benefit, there's no negative in having just a one-page website, essentially. So it does depend on the use case, really.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay.
Awesome. So the next one is from Rich. Which is best, to run a membership or courses site on a standalone domain or on the main website?
Cool. Have we flipped this?
We have flipped it, yeah. All right, I can answer if you want me to.
Yeah, you answer.
Okay, cool, yeah. Mixing it up this week by mistake. So in terms of what's best, run membership or courses site on a standalone domain or main website. Again, if it's just from an SEO point of view, you're actually best having it on the main site, because having it on a separate website, on a subdomain, Google will treat that as a totally separate site. So any authority you build for the main website isn't going to automatically pass unless you're kind of interlinking and stuff. And even if you are interlinking between the 2 sites, you're going to lose some authority in doing that. So if it's just from an SEO point of view that you're looking at this, have it on the same site. Have it on the main website and just have it as a section, either like a folder, a directory, that sort of thing, and have the ability for you to sign up memberships and courses and stuff. Have it just on the main site, because you're using the benefit you're getting from the SEO that you're doing on the main site there.
Yeah, I guess the only other use case is if it's behind a login wall. So if it's a membership site behind a login wall, Google's not going to be able to index it. So it doesn't really matter where it is.
Yeah.
So even if you get backlinks pointing to the membership pages, they're kind of irrelevant because Google won't see them. So it doesn't matter if it's on a subdomain, a new domain, or a subfolder. It's not going to be passed through. So if you're going to no index it, which you probably are if it's paid, if that's the case, then
If you don't log in more, it's the same as Hike.
Yeah.
We have Hike sits on it now sits on a totally separate domain, but initially it sat on a subdomain. Google can't see anything within it.
It didn't matter from SEO. There was no SEO considerations.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome. So I seem to do a lot of talking because I'm now asking the next question. Jazz has asked another question. Duplicate content. If we have a templated section which displays on multiple pages across the site, it may be a simple row with a call to action button, or might have a contact section, or anything really. Will Google see this as duplicate content?
No, not if it's such a small percentage of the content. I think people shouldn't be so concerned with duplicate content. Duplicate content, so in this case, we'd probably call this more commonly as boilerplate content. So it's something that's repeated across multiple pages. If it was like 90% of the text for that page, then I'd go, you're not adding extra value to your extra pages. And Google's going to see you're not adding extra value. It's not going to go, oh, we're going to penalise them because they keep doing it. Yeah. They're just going to see each page and go, well, there's no additional value there. You know, you're going to got to flip it a little bit. So if it's just a simple row of a call to action button that makes up one part of, you know, an extensive web page, you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. And it's something that pretty much every website does. Yeah. You know, think about it in those terms as well. How many people are doing this that do well? It's the same. Navigation is the same on every single page. Exactly. Header's the same on every single page. You don't get penalised for that. So, no, you'll be fine here. Yep. Cool. Okay. So the next question's from page 9. I rank pretty equally for most of our keywords on mobile and desktop search. However, I noticed that our results are drastically different from desktop and mobile for the local map. Any specific reason why we rank higher on desktop than mobile within the map listings?
So essentially, I think a lot of it will be down to personalisation and your location. Yep. Google can much better identify where you are when you're using your mobile due to location, Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, whatever you kind of the GPS on the phone as well. So they use a lot, almost an amalgamation of all of them put together to identify where you are when you're searching. So the results are going to be a lot more localized than they are if you're searching on a desktop where Google just gets your location from your internet service provider. Yeah, and you can see on desktop, you can see search on Google, scroll down to the bottom, it will show you where it thinks you are. A lot of the time it's out by 10, 15 miles. Yeah, exactly. Maybe even further. That's just in the UK, you know what I mean? So in other countries it may be further, so that'll be the main reason. Yeah. Cool. Easy one. We're doing well there for time. We're doing really well, yeah. We're going to come up to one now that's going to be really long. Adnan asked, what role does bounce rate play in SEO, and does it have any impact? Yeah, so that's a really good question. There was a lot of talk. If you ask different SEOs, you'll probably get different answers. It was something that was discussed a lot a few years ago. Yeah. And it's not so much bounce rate. So bounce rate is a metric that you only have access to if you have access to the analytics profile of that website, right? So Google would only know your bounce rate for every page if it knew your analytics data, and it doesn't. Google does not use your GA data, your Google Analytics data, to determine how long people interact on your website. What Google does have is a metric called dwell time, which is essentially when someone clicks away from Google results, goes to your website, and comes back within a single visit, i.e. only visits that one page that it took them to and back. That's the only information that they have. So it's not an entire bounce rate from all channels across your entire website. It's only that one instance. There are a lot of people within the industry who try to provide data to show that Google used that as a metric. But obviously there are so many ranking factors in order, even with their results, in order for them to say conclusively the reason that this website was higher or lower was due to an improved or a worsened dwell time is very difficult to prove, because you can't, I'm trying to think of the phrase, but you can't control all the other variables and just control for that. So Google have said multiple times that they don't use this information, but Google can be a little bit confusing in the language that they use. So personally, I've never seen anything concrete to say yes, they do use dwell time as a ranking factor, but you want to improve it anyway. It's one of those where actually, whether it's good for SEO or not, you want to improve it because you're going to get better engagement, take on more customers, you know, drive bigger awareness for your site. So I'll try and improve it anyway. I don't think there's conclusive evidence to say it improves your SEO. But I don't know what your thoughts are. No, I agree. I think it makes up part of a bigger thing around engagement, which obviously is a ranking factor in terms of how well people engage with your website as a whole. So
how do they do that?
Well, dwell time is one of them metrics that goes into the engagement.
So you think they do use it?
I don't think they use bounce rate as a whole, but bounce rate is something that will show you as a user when, show you, your users that go onto your website, how well they're interacting with the content.
Yeah.
And from that, you're going to know whether, if someone's got really good engagement with a piece of content on their website, then there's a less chance that they have gone back to the Google search result afterwards, which is then going to be your kind of dwell time as a whole. I'd say bounce rate's an interesting one as well because it depends on the industry. So an example that we use quite a lot is if you're an emergency plumber and someone goes onto your website to find your phone number to give you a call, they're going to then come off your website straight away after. Your bounce rate for that is going to be quite high, but actually they've got the information they need and they've gone through and kind of got in contact with someone. So yeah,
I say no, but you say yes.
I'd say partially, yeah. So
there was always going to be this one that was going to say 100%. There we go.
Awesome. So next one.
It's for me, right, to ask you?
No, it's for me to ask you.
Oh, is it? Okay.
No, just ask you one. No, so
go
for it. Yeah.
Okay. So this question's from Marcel. Hi, I asked Matthew Woodward, the SEO guru. He does know his SEO, Matthew.
He does.
This question will never got an answer. Hope I'll get it for you and I'll become your fan forever.
Awesome.
There's a lot riding on this one. So, Kieran, the SEO guru. Is the content presented in widgets on multiple pages considered duplicate content?
So, yeah, kind of echo what Andy said earlier.
Same question. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. I think rewind back, have a look at how I answered the question to Jazz, and it's the exact same thing. So, pretty much no, but it all depends on how much of the content it equates to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
So that was a quick one. Last one. Rich Keller. Why do blog posts rank quicker and do relatively better overall in the rankings over a web page with the same wording?
Yeah, so I don't know if that is quite the case. I think it depends on a couple of things. One, it just depends on the query. So for as we mentioned in our video last week.
I think it was last week, yeah.
Last week. Different queries return different results. So if I search for SEO, it's going to bring back blog type results. So if I looked at that, I'd go, oh, blog results rank better than other web pages, right? So whether that's a service page or product page.
Yeah.
But then if I search for SEO agency, blog posts don't rank, and it's the services page, and I'd look at that and go, oh, services pages rank better than blog posts. So
yeah. It's
hard to say. I think there are a few intrinsic things about blogs that do work well. They're fresh content, and Google does promote. Yeah, there's anecdotal evidence show that Google does promote blog posts higher at the point at which they're written, and then it slowly decreases them over time because of relevance. Blog posts usually talk about something that's newsworthy or something that's quite new in an industry. Yeah. And so they do slow down over time. But I think mainly it really depends. I don't know if Google has a preference for one over the other. It's all relevant to the intent of the searcher and the query they've put in.
Yeah, agreed. No, 100% agree.
I agree on that one.
Yeah, very few. But yeah, so yeah, as Andy said, look at the video that we did. I think it was the last video that we did, and we talked about query intent and stuff like that. And we'll probably do some more on that, I think, in a couple of weeks. Or
so. We've got a new feature coming into Hike, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's going to help to demonstrate to you whether the query that you're trying to optimize for should be optimized on whether it's an informational based page or a transactional based page. So that will really help our users to understand, are they optimizing that keyword on the right type of page? Yeah. And there's a few other new features coming out as well. Exciting times.
There is, yeah. So we will post them in the group, obviously.
Yep, of course.
To let everyone know, and yeah, any questions, fire away. But I think that's it for this week.
Cool.
Not done too bad for time, I don't think.
No, done well. Cool.
Awesome.
Well, have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next time soon.
Well, potentially, yeah. Awesome.
See you later. Bye-bye.